If you're thinking about getting guinea fowl, stick around as we cover the pros, cons, and what it's really like living with guinea fowl. Hi guys, and welcome to today's video. Let's talk guinea fowl. Maybe you've heard of them, maybe you're thinking of getting them, maybe you already have them and have strong opinions one way or the other about whether it was the best decision or worst decision of your life. If you've never heard of guinea fowl, they are a bird that originates from Africa. So today I thought I would do a little pros and cons of guinea fowl and what it is actually like living with them. Before we get started on this though, go ahead and hit subscribe, like, and the notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos. Guinea fowl have a bad rep for being annoying, which if I'm gonna be honest, they can be at times. But they are a staple here on our homestead and we just love them. So the biggest con to having guinea fowl, what you're gonna hear from most people is their noise. They make a lot of noise. They like to sound the alarm for just about anything. On the flip side, you could look at this as a pro. They make excellent guard animals. They will let you know if something new is in the area, if there is a predator, if a car is driving by, if a cloud goes by. But for the most part, we find that they call to each other. They like to travel in groups. They stick to their flock. And so for the most part, when they are making noise at our place, it's usually to locate one of their members if they've gotten lost from the pack. We actually find the noise entertaining and I don't honestly even notice it anymore. We moved from the city to the country 2 years ago, and when we came in the spring, went for a walk in the forest the first time, we came out from that walk and we were covered in ticks. For those of you not familiar with ticks, they are an insect around here that carries Lyme disease. So they are serious and a major concern, especially when we have animals and kids around. Guinea fowl are said to eat 4,000 to 5,000 ticks a day, each bird. Now, I have no idea where they came up with this number, how they figured that out. However, when we moved here, we were finding ticks on either us, the kids, the dogs, the horses, every single day. I was picking off multiple ticks a day. It didn't matter if we were in the paddock or we had just stepped out of our side door. As soon as we had the guinea fowl here, 2 weeks after they were free ranging, no more ticks. And we didn't have ticks for the rest of the season. Our area is actually so bad right now for ticks that the vets were saying they're even finding them in the winter at times if the temperature doesn't go down quite so much. And this is a major concern for us. Since we've had the guineas, not one single tick. And it's not because ticks aren't in the area. We have neighbors surrounding the area that are still having tick problems. So it is that those guineas are doing their job. Con number 2, they are about the dumbest animals that I have ever seen. And I mean this as lovingly as I can say. They can fly, they can run, they have the ability to escape a predator, but they don't tend to do that. Guineas are full of personality and they are so comical. Because they're not the smartest animal, they will have you laughing with their silly antics and all the crazy things that they're doing. They love to chase each other, they love to go running by. Go running right now. They will often get lost, don't know where they've gone. We had one of our guineas walk into an open dog crate, then couldn't figure out as he was standing at the open door that he just walked through how to get out of that dog crate and was running back and forth at the wall until he figured it out and he rejoined his friends. They are just always doing the funniest things. They are the sweetest birds. They roam the gardens here, and the nice thing about guineas compared to chickens, chickens can be quite destructive with your gardens. They like to dig and scratch around, so they can sometimes damage new plants coming up. Guineas are not like that. Guineas are not destructive at all. They are not digging holes. They don't cause a lot of damage in the gardens at all. They are eating more bugs, and they don't just stick to ticks. Guineas are a natural way to prevent insects and harmful bugs from being around your property. We don't need to spray any kind of chemicals. We have our chickens and our guineas that are taking care of the problem for us. Another benefit is while they are going around and free ranging, they also act as a natural fertilizer. Going around and eating bugs and ticks, they are going to the bathroom on our grass, in our gardens, and improving the soil quality, improving the plant quality. Guinea fowl are an excellent source of food as well. They can be raised for meat. Now, we don't eat our birds, but that doesn't mean that that's maybe not right for your farm. They also provide eggs. Now, a guinea egg is smaller than a chicken egg, but another option is to also sell them for hatching eggs. Guinea fowl are fairly low maintenance. If you are allowing them to do their job and take care of ticks and other insects in the area for you, and they're free ranging, they're getting most of their food out in nature. So there's not too much to do. We do offer them supplemental food, which is a gaming bird mix. It has a higher protein level. That can just be picked up at your local co-op. We always make sure that they have fresh water available to them. Now, if you don't have a large property or you have neighbors close by, because they can be loud, I would suggest chatting with your neighbors just to make sure that they are okay with the noise. We don't want to bother any neighbors. Guineas don't understand your property line. If you are free ranging your birds, there is no way to train them to stay within the boundaries of your property. They can fly quite high. No fencing is going to keep them in. Guineas work out and expand their range as they're eating the ticks. So they will go to where the ticks are. And once they've cleared the ticks on your property, they are going to expand out to your neighbors' properties. For the most part, ours stay on our property, but they do sometimes go to the neighbors. We're very fortunate with our neighbors, and they actually love the guineas, and they appreciate that they're eating their ticks as well. But you want to make sure that your guineas aren't going to cause any problems with your neighbors. So just make sure that they are aware and that they are okay with that. Guineas don't tend to be super cuddly birds, so they don't tend to like to be picked up, ours anyway. And we have raised them from Keats as well, so we're handling them daily, and we still find they really don't adjust well to being held. But that said, they're very friendly, and ours like to be within a foot or two of us. They like to hang out with us all the time. They just don't really love being picked up. Whereas our chickens, they're very friendly. They'll let Julia carry them around all the time. They enjoy that. Our guineas don't. But like I said, they do enjoy hanging out with us. When we're sitting on the deck or the patio, they are out with us. They are wandering around. They're great with the dogs. They're great with all the animals. Sometimes they like to sit on the horse's back and ride around. They are very friendly. One of the cons for guineas is they lay their eggs on the ground somewhere, and we find that they like to either lay them under a bush or in the forest. You want to try and keep an eye of where your guineas are going, because once they get to about 30 eggs, they will sit on that nest. But once they sit on the nest, they don't leave, and so they become an easy target for a predator, and you will often lose your hen that way. And guineas are not the greatest mothers, so they will either abandon the nest, which we've just had happen with one of ours. The eggs were ready to hatch in about a week, and Mom has now abandoned the nest, so those eggs are no longer viable. But at the end of the day, any bird that is going to eat 4,000 to 5,000 ticks a day is a friend of ours. And for that reason alone, they will always have a place on our homestead. So I hope that this helped you decide whether guineas are right for you. They're not going to be right for everyone, but we absolutely love them. Before you go, make sure to hit subscribe, like, and the notification bell. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on Barn Boots and Country Roots.